The Toxic Avenger 2025. If you didn't like this movie, fuck you. And if you agree with me and you did like this movie, fuck you too. Get the fuck out of here. Right. Toxic Avenger 2025. Good movie. Right. Was it stupid? Oh, fuck yeah. If you've seen the original Toxic Avenger, what a fucking weird film. If you can even call it a film. It's just, the original Toxic Avenger is weird. And obviously this is a remake. This was a lot of fun, and I actually preferred it to the original. I've got a few nitpicks, being I didn't like the way that they use CGI blood in this one bit where there's like a music festival and he's just fucking killing people on stage, and the effects are cool, but I didn't like the CGI gore. I didn't love all of the gore, but when it wasn't CGI or it wasn't noticeable CGI, I thought it was quite good. I liked Elijah Wood's character, who reminded me of like Danny DeVito's Penguin from the Tim Burton films, the Tim Burton Batman films, Batman Returns. I thought that was quite good. I really liked that. Obviously, Peter Dinklage he voices pre-Toxic Avenger guy. I can't remember his name. I'm going to put it on the screen. And he also voices the Toxic Avenger. I don't think he plays the Toxic Avenger. I think somebody body acts Toxic Avenger and he dubbed over the lines. And if that's true, the dubbing's pretty impressive, because I didn't know that it wasn't Peter Dinklage. Whoever had to sit in that makeup chair for hours and hours every day, they deserve, like, genuinely more, like, a bigger career, because that sounds fucking grueling. The makeup looks heavy as shit, and I can't imagine that. Kevin Bacon is the main villain in this film, being that this movie is basically like, I don't really know how to explain it, but Peter Dinklage's character, he's lost the love of his life, and he's basically got her kid. Now he's looking after her kid. He's a stepdad, and he finds out he's basically got a year left to live, and he doesn't have the money to pay for medical bills. And also, on top of that, which this is really cool, on top of that, he just doesn't have money to get by anyway. He's struggling financially. And all of a sudden, he asks for help from, like, because he's been working at this, Kevin Bacon's company for years, and he asks for, like, the help, and they basically say yes and then tell him to go fuck himself. The message of this movie is a lot about the health industry, and how people are being taken advantage of, right? So the Toxic Avenger, before he's basically, the world's being polluted, and it's made him sick. It's made a lot of people sick. They do something very clever, where when they're talking about his medical problems, him and the doctor, they have, like, construction go off, so you can't actually hear the specifics, so it can be more unique to each person, which I think is great, right? But this movie is very much, like, it's got a lot of talks about pollution and the way the Earth is kind of fucked because of people like Kevin Bacon's character. And it is very... I like it. I like the message a lot. I like it. And I know that to promote this movie, they actually did pay for some people's medical bills, which is fucking awesome, by the way. I love that. I think that's great. I know that for a lot of my videos, I'm, like, very positive about the movie. And don't get me wrong, this movie's fucking weird, right? There's a bit where, like, they're at a music festival and two girls get their tits out and some guy's just got his cock out. That made me laugh really hard. That's fucking stupid, and that is so fucking dumb, and I hate that, but that really made me laugh, and it's good. It's fucking stupid, but it's good, right? But the messaging behind this movie is great, and I love it, and I love the idea that it is, like, just this guy who just wants to get by, he just wants help, and these people are just like, fuck you, and eventually he tries to steal the money he needs, and he gets, like, people are trying to shoot him. They're trying to fucking get to him. Like people don't... And he's been working at the company of these people for fucking years. And they just view him as an asset they can easily dispose of. Which they most likely can. And it is just like, fuck. You know, like, it's great. Like, I don't want to keep going on. But about the messaging and getting political. I don't want to get political. I'm not getting political. Whoa. No politics here. There's no, I'm not going to put a picture up of the most evil man in the last a few years, maybe even decade, 2 decades, maybe ever, on screen right now. Ooh. Anyway, in charge of a country, by the way. Anyway, Toxic Avenger is, I enjoyed this film a lot. I enjoyed the plot. I know I'm bouncing around. I do that. I don't like having skips for these fucking videos. I loved the gore in this movie, by the way, of just like there's so they pay homage to the original with a scene where he goes to like a fast food place which used to be called Mr. Meat and now it's called Mrs. Meat, and there's this one news guy who's like, "Oh, I used to be called fucking Mr. Meat. Now it's Mrs. Meat." And the news lady with him is like, "Can you shut the fuck up?" I think she says that at the end of the film. She tells him to shut the fuck up, which is pretty good. Yeah, no, it is, his first, I think that might be his first time saving people in the film at the meat place. Okay, well, hold on. The burger place. Whereas in the original film, it was the alleyway where he saves a cop's life, and then he's famously got that very deep voice that doesn't fit his looks at all. But anyway, it's still great. Like, that original film is fucking stupid, but it's good. I noticed homages to the original film in the way that, like, there was a blind woman there. There's a blind woman in the original, like, place again. I think there's a burger place in the original, but it's like a fast food place. And there's two blind women, and in the original film, the blind woman falls in love with him, and they move to a swamp together. That doesn't happen in this one, but there is a blind woman there who I assume was meant to be the same character. All in all, I think this movie could get a sequel. I don't know if it will, but it's mad entertaining. And there's like characters like Elijah Wood, who is evil and has like a gang of just fucking lunatics who they take one of the masks off of one of the lunatics and it's just a fucking baby, apparently. What the fuck? But Elijah Wood's character gets a nice redemption because the Toxic Avenger's stepkid basically gets kidnapped by Kevin Bacon's people. And, it's not great, and they want to kill the kid, and then Elijah Wood is like, well, we can't do that, mate. It's fucking out of order. Don't worry about that. And he gets his throat slit, but he survives, and he's got like, he's got like a device to speak at the end. I can't remember what they're called. I'm very sorry. But, yeah, entertaining movie. What I didn't mention was Kevin James isn't even the head guy. Like, he's the main villain, but there's like somebody above him, right? Like, that, it's like this structure. And it's like, it's a very entertaining film. There's some really dumb shit in there. There's like this homeless guy who just goes off on a rant who says he used to be a doctor. So then the Toxic Avenger brings a woman back and is like, "Can you heal her?" And he's like, "Why the fuck would you think I could do that?" And he's like, "You're a doctor." He went, "Who the fuck told you I'm a doctor?" He's like, "You." And he's like, "Oh, then she's probably already dead. My bad, bro." And it's like, that's stupid, but I like that. I like that kind of stuff. This movie, not a masterpiece, right? I know I've already yapped on about this a lot, but it's good for what it is. Like, and I like the messaging a lot. I like it, and I think that we need to, I'm not getting political here, but we need to hold the people accountable that are making the world a worse place. Hot take. Whoa. Can't say that anymore. I'm joking. That's a joke. Taking the piss. But I don't like getting political on the internet. But this movie had some very good themes, and I think there are some evil people out there, and the people that follow them aren't the brightest, always, just saying. But, yeah, no, I think that this movie was like, yeah, these people in charge are fucking idiots, and they are literally poisoning people. And I think that was really entertaining, and I like that a lot. I liked the messaging. I liked the gore. The gore is great. I'm gonna probably play footage of a lot of the gore, just over this. But yeah, no, this film was very entertaining for what it was. And I think if you haven't seen it, you should give it a go. I know I haven't really gone over a lot of, the story, but that's because that's not really what I like to do. I just like to talk about the film. I literally finished this movie 5 minutes ago. I could, think tomorrow, this is shit. I like it. I think it's entertaining. I think it's fun. I think it's a good time. And I think that if you haven't seen it, give it a go. It might not be everyone's, favourite film. I get it. because this movie is fucking weird, and it's gory, it's gross. I said the CGI blood doesn't look as good, like the CGI gore doesn't look as good as when it's not CGI. But I think it's worth a go, and just try it and see what you think, you know. Yeah, I think this movie is a fun, entertaining time, and I think it needs to be given a chance and given a voice. And I found this more entertaining than the original movie. Anyway, that's all I have to say for the Toxic Avenger 2025. Let me know what you thought. I watched the unrated version. Haven't seen the rated version. But this was a good entertaining time, I think. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments, and I will speak to you later. I am not completely, healed. I'm still kind of sick, I don't know if you can tell, so I don't know how much of this video is going to be edited. Last time I didn't edit a whole lot. But yeah, let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in the next one. You know, you should subscribe and, comment and like. You should like this, or dislike it, or tell me you hate me. Tell me you want me to die in the comments. Tell me you want me to die. Tell me how you want me to die in the comments. That's viewer engagement. Do that. Tell me why you hate me, and tell me how you want me to die. Please, please, please. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.